Oh. Toggle render mode. Did I read that as Reaper mode? Did I imagine that? I may have... That's fine. Multitasking and all that. It's fine, it's fine. Oh.
Yeah, tourists.
What is happening?
You better watch your step around here, stranger. Rubacava ain't the quaint little port town she used to be. Well, hell, looks like there's a new vessel in town. Pardon me whilst I go check her out.
What? Wait, where are you cold? You're a skeleton. I have questions. That caught me by surprise. I just walked over a little bit like, oh, can I go over here at all? And I walked off camera and a whole cutscene and a character happens. It would be funny if that character had nothing to do with the story or any puzzle mechanics and exclusively comes in if you walk off that cliff, but otherwise you could just never encounter him.
Well, actually, it's mostly stock with a few mods here and there.
So, would those be glass packs I'm hearing, or turbos?
I don't know if you can reasonably call this mostly stock. Have you seen what the car used to look like?
I've always wanted one of those jackets.
There was this one high-pitched whine it was making, really grating noise, you know? And I searched and searched, but I couldn't find the source of the noise until we pulled in here.
Was it the blower?
No, it was Manny screaming in the back like a cat tied to a cruise missile.
That's a good one.
Hola.
Hey, Manny, Dockmaster Velasco here says he's got a place we can dry dock the bone wagon for a while.
Oh, yeah. We can't leave a beauty like this out in the fog, or her chrome will get pitted.
Pitted? Did you hear that, Manny?
You folks gonna stay in Rubacava for a spell?
Okay, you can't just casually say phrases like dry dock the bone wagon and just like move on like there was no implications to what you just said.
We're here looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
I'm not too good with names. Did she have any distinguishing marks or a tattoo?
Not that she showed me.
Well, like I said, I'm as good with names as you are with the fog.
I might be here a while. Is there any work in this town?
Oh, there's lots of work down at the docks, but it's all union work. And I just don't see you in that union.
How do you get around here with all the mist?
When you've strolled these docks as long as I have, Pilgrim, you know where you are by the smell of the sea, by the sound of the lonely foghorn, by the icy touch of the cold, salty air.
Wow. Manny, could I have an eye patch?
That would be a huge eye patch. But he's got a point. That guy's a skeleton. And he's wearing an eye patch.
Can I just ask, what is under the eye patch? Because I know it's not an eye.
Oh, well, when I was alive, I had an eye patch like this. This one's just for the phantom pain. And that one eye socket used to scream like a banshee when the trade winds blew, so I plugged her.
Hey, Manny, we were in the middle of a conversation here.
Hey, okay.
I thought you found... Fine. Jeez. I thought you found the conversation interesting that where I steered it to?
I've always wanted one of those jackets. I wish Gladys would hide that thing.
Well, that's why he's here. To hide that thing. Can I go over here? Oh.
That's the way back to the forest. The spiders. The city. My old job. Let's hope I never have to take that road again.
Huh. I was not expecting that path to actually go somewhere. Can I go over here? Oh. If you just leave the...
Let's hope I never have to take that road again.
So if I just go in any direction around here, I pretty much end up back to the road. I kept saying mist. And honestly, the visual appearance of this place I almost expect some kind of missed reference to happen. I don't know the timeline though. I don't know when I don't remember when Grim Fandango came out versus when Mist came out. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really feel like taking a Wikipedia break to find out. Can't go over. Wait, where do those stairs go to? Why do stairs go that? I guess even though my character can't go that way, like there is like an open area there. You could walk along the rail and enjoy the view, which is mostly mist. Now it's rather different, but the exterior appearance was comparable enough to Mist, where I was like, huh, they could almost be going for a thing here. That shadow looks a little weird.
Maybe I should place a personal ad.
I tried it, believe me. It attracts the wrong kind of women.
All these doors have numbers and pictures of food on them. What's number 22?
Lengua.
Wow. It's been a long time since I had a tongue.
In 2 ways. Oh yeah, those are all... It's one of these places where they have a bunch of meals just kind of in windows and you just kind of pick one or something. I've never been to one of these before. It's just like a concept I see through media.
Mr. Flores, I'm ready to take you now.
Manny Calavera. Is that you? Didn't you used to be taller?
Oh. Oh, it's you. From earlier in the game. Right, you're from the prologue.
I'm looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
Well, no one's come through town by that name, and you can take it from me. I, too, am looking for someone, so I watch the comings and goings around here very carefully.
Who are you looking for?
Well, if you must know, it's about my wife. I got word that she passed away not long after I, and that she too was crossing the land of the dead on foot. It is said that all lost souls come to Rubacava, so I came here to wait for her.
Well, that's sweet.
You must love her very much, also.
Yes, this is true. Of course, she also has all of my money.
Does it work that way? Can she still have all of your money in the afterlife and keep it from you? It's interesting. How does the transfer work? Is it just like, are like the contracts you sign at the bank binding after death, basically?
How do you know your wife hasn't gone ahead of you?
Oh, Manny. If she had arrived here first, surely she would have waited for me.
I'll help you find your wife. What did she look like?
Oh, here. I got this from the DOD and made copies to hand out. Isn't she something?
She must have been beautiful with skin.
Weren't we all?
So, know a good place to stay in town?
What's your price range?
Somewhere around the high end of nothing.
Then maybe, young man, it's time you started thinking about a job.
Can you give me a job here?
Have any skills?
Sales?
Well, that does qualify you for a certain position, but we only have one mop.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm here to reclaim that walking stick.
I broke it over the head of some hideous monsters in the forest. I'm sorry, Manuel. I've got to get this place ready to open.
Right. I'll let you know if I see your wife.
She'll be the one asking for her beloved Celso.
Celso. We'll see about that. Can I go over here? Nope. We have a position for that, but we only have one mop. Oh. Which is to say that it's a useless position to have. Should I just jump in the water again?
I think I'll wait for the fog to clear before I try exploring town again.
What if I want to? Scythe. Photo.
It's Celso's wife. Actually, I don't think skin would help.
Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, that's all we have. Alright. I'll see if I can show this to the dock guy, because that's... Can I even go anywhere else right now?
Ever seen this woman?
Oh, if this is the woman you're looking for, take my advice. Forget about her. She sailed out of here weeks ago in a cozy portside cabin built for two, and she wasn't alone.
How How do you know she sailed out of here? I don't believe it.
It's a tough break, Junior, but you gotta face it. Here, look it up in my port log if you want it in writing. 6 weeks ago on a Tuesday. Ticket for 2, paid in full. I cracked the champagne on the bow myself.
Hey, Manny.
Hey,
Look, I know how you feel, son. Once I lost a very special lady myself. I waved to her from the docks as she sailed out of port, and I never saw her again.
what was her name?
The SS La Mancha was her name, but don't make me talk about her, because I just can't do it.
The SS La Mancha. Well, that was easy information to get. Hey, buddy, the only person I've met in town is the exact person who can tell me where your wife is. What a coincidence. I haven't even been to town yet, basically. Let's see, so my port logs are here, I assume? Yep.
Velasco's logbook says Celso's wife took a bunk with a hunk. Celso, your wife sailed out of here 2 months ago with another man. It's all in there.
Oh, Manny, is there a greater constant in nature than the treachery of women?
Forget about her, Celso.
Have you forgotten yours? I'm going after her. You take over my job here. This mop at least will never let you down. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy too.
Whoa. That's kind of major. Also, there's no greater constant than the treachery of women. That's kind of fucked up.
Hey, boss. You gonna come downstairs? I got a customer asking for you.
You know I don't like to mingle with the customers.
Well, you may want to mingle with this one. She sounds like your type.
So I stayed here for a year?
Looks like a quiet night in old Rubacava.
I hung out here for a whole year until I ran the place? Huh. Wasn't I kind of in an emergency? Wasn't I kind of desperately trying to catch up with somebody? Ah. That was weird. Huh, I guess you just loop. But I got stuck on the wall and didn't actually go disappear behind the surface, so it looked like I just teleported. Huh. I thought I was like desperately trying to catch up with this woman that disappeared and is doing this like 4-year journey where I need to like help her before she gets there or something. But I waited here for a whole year? It's just a little hard to contextualize. I guess you must be required? Huh. I don't fully know the road involved in this game, the one that we've talked about. Maybe you can get everywhere, all the way up to here on land, but you can only proceed past this point at Rubacava via the boat, so you have to find some way of paying for passage, and that's why people work here and stuff like that, or something. But if I run the place, surely I could have afforded passage by now, unless we're assuming she hasn't arrived yet.
Ah, Lady Luck.
Oh, jeez.
Le numéro gagnant, le 31, noir, entre les passes. 31, black.
This
Mesdames et
roulette?
messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
What the hell?
Look out below.
Le numéro gagnant, le 9, rouge, impair manque. 9, red.
This is an outrage. I bet on number 2. Why didn't it come up? up, number two.
Ah, monsieur, je suis vraiment désolé. I do not pick the winners. These things are all controlled by the man upstairs.
Well, please tell the man upstairs that Police Chief Bogan was very upset when he left, and when he returns later this evening, he would prefer to have better luck.
Oui, monsieur. Bonsoir. I will definitely tell him. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît.
Okay. Normally when people talk about the man upstairs, they're talking about God, and not literally a man upstairs who presses the button that affects how luck turns out. No, not that one. I was trying to see if I can check the drawer or something. My one explanation I can think of for why we're here is that he may have been able to check the manifest, as was established earlier. So maybe that's how he checked whether she has arrived yet. And she still hasn't. So maybe he's been working here for a year, still waiting for her to arrive because she didn't have the car we had. Although you'd think that we could just check the roads up and down around here until we found her, instead of making her walk the whole way, since we apparently have like a supercar, unless there's limitations on that.
My wartime communications from Salvador. He's been sending me messages like this for the last year.
Agent Calavera, I have word that you arrived in Rubacava safely. This is great news, as your service to the LSA may now continue. I am pleased to report the successful hatching of the eggs you liberated. The hatchlings, which Eva has named Manny and Meche, are quite healthy and eager to serve our cause. With luck, my next letter will be borne to you across the sky by these young gossamer wings of truth. For the revolution, Salvador Limones.
I'm not done reading it yet, but maybe later.
There's the new birds are named Manny and Meche.
And what if Meche makes her big arrival and I sleep through it?
Wait, do you never sleep because you're waiting for Meche? That more or less confirmed the idea that he's waiting for Meche specifically. But do you guys sleep? Is sleep a thing? I have questions. Oh man, he can play the piano. Doesn't he freak out if he's ever far away from the car though? Like, is the car under him? Like underground or something? So he doesn't lose his mind?
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino. The casino's hopping. Why is it that all the people who don't go home are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
Everything okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order. It's beautiful. I can't wait for people to come in and try the new system. It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Okay, tell me all the details about your new coat check system.
Yay! Okay, I found all these plastic tiles in the back, left over from the automat, and guess what? They all have numbers on them. So what I'm doing is, I give one to everyone who checks a code in and... Manny, you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
Forget it. Don't pretend to care.
No, I want to hear.
Hup. Oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
I was actually listening, and I was like, I understood what she was saying so far, and then she just kind of stopped. Does she expect us to only have attention span for like 3 sentences? Because we might, because he gave up on reading that letter really quickly. He's like, I haven't finished reading this letter yet, but whatever.
Please, tell me all about your new coat check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Cal.
Bogan looked mad when he left?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, we all run out of luck eventually.
Careful, Manny, or you're gonna get us shut down.
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
Yes, I think tonight's the night. That you finally go nuts from waiting for the grand entrance of Ms. Mercedes Colomar.
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Yes, I think tonight's definitely the night.
Thank you. It's my fault she's out in the woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
She doesn't want to hear our fake emotions, but she'll fake them for us. Yeah. Is that my letters? Oh yeah, they're on Pigeon scrolls.
Calavera, it is indeed a great day for the revolution. Say hola to little Manny, the first enlisted messenger to serve the LSA. Please feed him some breadcrumbs and send him back quickly, so we may know that our maiden flight was a success. Manuel, I am sorry to hear that you have not heard from your Meche. You must be patient, and let your heart remain open. If it is meant to be, you will someday be reunited.
Ha! He still thinks I'm in love with her.
Manuel, we have found the head of the serpent. Using the computer access you provided us, we picked up a thread that led us to the man who corrupted the Department of Death. His name is Hector Le Mans. Once a small-time racketeer, he has grown fat and powerful by robbing the newly dead. Watch out for the name Hector Le Mans, Manuel. And be careful. Dear friend, our movement now has true momentum, and our numbers are rapidly growing. Much of this is due to our communications and intelligence systems, both of which we owe to you. In light of your contributions, I would like to announce your promotion to Special Agent status. I, Salvador Limones of the Lost Souls Alliance, salute you, Manuel Calavera. You are a great ally in this noble revolution. Great news. We've discovered a new secret talent of our tiny messengers. We don't know how they do it, but these mysterious birds can actually find their targets just by looking at a photograph of the addressee. To celebrate, Eva has made them all little berets. I'll send you some pictures. Manuel, I am troubled by reports of you buying the automat and converting it into a nightclub. It's fine for you to be comfortable in Rubacava for your long stay, but I pray you haven't lost sight of the larger goals. It is not this world but the next in which our true glory lies.
I just got this one today.
Beware, Manuel, for you are in grave danger. Somehow rumor has spread on the streets of El Marro of your presence in Rubacava. If this information reaches Hector Le Mans, he surely will send his evil operatives after you. You must give up your search for Mercedes for the time being, and please, be out of Rubacava on the next ship.
I think he's exaggerating the danger a little, but I do feel pretty stupid for putting my name on the big sign.
Agent Calavera, I have word that you arrived in Rubacava safely. This is great news, as your service to the LSA may now continue. I am pleased to report that the hatch with luck or the
Alright, put those away. Yeah, I was about to say, one of the letters was warning us about how much trouble we're going to be in, because apparently we're being hunted, which I was a little surprised that they haven't found me for a whole year, and now I'm running a place that where my name is on the sign, and I'm like, we kind of really doomed ourselves. Also, the level of competency of the villain seems not high, given how they still haven't gotten me, apparently. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. You have so many talents, strange hippo man.
I guess Gladys is good at anything that uses keys.
Manny, the police chief walked through and I tried playing a song for him and he yelled at me.
Oh, don't sweat it, Mano. He's just mad because he lost at the tables.
Isn't he always supposed to win so he keeps liking us and never raids us?
He wouldn't raid us. It's a holiday. Quiet night, huh, Carnal?
Day of the Dead ain't good for business, Chief. But last night, remember last night, Manny? Oh, wait!
What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, love song for a special lady.
Sing a little bit of that song, why don't you?
Well, I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it. You think she'll come in tonight?
Who, my special lady?
No, Meche.
You know what, Manny? I think she will. I got a feeling tonight's the night.
You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Ah, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club. We got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Gladys, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've got to find Meche and help her, because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
Well, I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
Yeah, we got this whole character that's willing to come with us on this extended journey that might take years, already kind of is. And he's not going to come with us, presumably. Because this seems to be like a world that creatures like him just exist in. Whereas humans transition from life to this, to whatever comes next.
Ah, Amarillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Yes, I better take this with me for safekeeping.
I have not heard positive things about any of the drinks that come with gold flakes in them and stuff like that. Wow, it's crowded in here. So going by what they said earlier, apparently I got myself in some trouble back there because I made the police chief leave because he lost at roulette, and apparently we're supposed to make him win or he might raid us. So might be saying goodbye to this place soon. Is that supposed to be me and Meche? We're starting, we're starting to feel a little obsessive, you know?
Black. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous
Mind if I
plaît.
sit down, Charlie?
Of course not, Manny. I mean, it is your club, right?
Right. So what are you doing in it? Didn't I tell you not to come back until you can pay your bar tab?
Oh, or they kicked me out of that cat track for printing fake betting stubs. So now I have to come here, Manny, which I love.
How did you print fake betting stubs?
With this. Isn't she beautiful? The last time I was incarcerated, I shared a cell with the most dishonest con man I ever met. He was strictly small time, and I managed to steal this from him quite easily.
Thanks. You never know when this may come in handy.
Hey, give that back to me, Manny.
Maybe once you settle your bar tab, hey, Charlie?
Oh, Manny.
What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
So can you make passports?
Manny, you still think like a living man in so many ways. No soul needs a passport. We are all citizens of the same nation, and our king rides a pale horse.
So no passports?
No, that little hologram is so tricky, you know.
How about driver's licenses?
Sure. Just give me a recent picture, $50 in about 2 weeks, okay?
When I think of something I need, I'll come back.
I'm not a wishing well, Manny.
Why aren't you over at the roulette tables?
The roulette is for lonely widows and Frenchmen. Why don't you get some slot machines, Manny? Everybody, old women, little children, they all love slot machines. And I have a system, an infallible system for beating them.
All my friends are lonely widows and Frenchmen.
Except me, Manny. I'm here to keep you sane.
Tell me your system, Charlie.
I can't tell you my secrets. Just this. You have to become one with the bandit, Manny. You have to get inside the machine and make it want to pay.
On second thought, stay away from my roulette tables. I think slot machines attract an undesirable element.
Oh, well, we're all undesirable, Manny.
Yeah, but your credit's no good to boot. That's a nice suit. Where'd you steal it?
Manny, if you learn to play the odds like Chowchilla Charlie, then maybe you too can have a suit this fine someday.
Well, I've got a club to run, so...
Oh yes, please, Manny. Get on with your glamorous life.
He said that he needed to get inside the machine and make it want to pay. I get the feeling that he literally just breaks into slot machines. Just breaks right into them, and that's how he gets them to pay, is he just breaks into them. Whereas all these damn roulette tables are run by, like, people. They're a little harder to trick.